defense at 3:40 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Good morning, my fellow brothers. Adam, good day. Arthur, how are you gentlemen doing? It's a fine day, don't you think? To go to work?
Good, thank you. How are you, Alexander? And we could not agree more.
Oh, splendid. And like your shirt, Arthur, it looks just like mine.
I am excited for this long and hard day of work. Shall we begin?
Yes, let us begin.
Gentlemen, did you hear about what happened to Amos Beeks on the 4th floor of the printing and typing building?
Yes, what a shame.
He was so forgetful. He got his whereabouts too many times and they finally put him away. I heard he was standing trial for possible execution.
He deserves it if you ask me. One could say that he went against the new book, which goes against the new order. And we all know what happens to those that go against the new order.
Yes, but I feel like it was such a harsh punishment. He never intentionally disobeyed the law. I mean, he was an idiot, no doubt about that, but he never meant to forget his mask.
Are you sure about that? No one just forgets to wear their mask.
Wait, what are you saying, Alexander? He never wore his mask because...
Exactly. I knew he was trouble from the first day I saw him. In the break room, reading a banned book.
But it's not like that's illegal, it's just frowned upon. And what book was he reading anyway?
Apparently he was reading some rubbish called The Scarlet Letter. A book which puts our prize letter of A in a negative light. How could he just do that? Just because? He was reckless, careless, and I, for one, am happy he is gone.
Yes, but it's just a book. A book, gentlemen. I remember reading about it in history. It's not all about slandering the letter A. It doesn't reflect his...
Arthur, are you actually defending this man's actions?
No, I just think that... It was definitely the right thing to do, to put him away. We totally cannot have people like that running around.
Exactly. Glad you see. You had me worried there. Well, I don't know about you boys, but after a long day of work, I think I'm ready to go home.
We could not agree more.
Oh, and Adam, tell Ada I said hello. And thank you for the delicious pineapple and fruitcake. Aggie and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Well, thank you, Alexander. I'll be sure to tell her.
See you boys tomorrow. Excuse me, ma'am. Yes, hello. Are you sick? May I ask why you're not covering your face? Did you forget your mask at home? I have an extra for emergencies like these.
No, actually, I did not, but thank you for offering.
Okay. But you do remember it is against the law. You could be fined, imprisoned, or even put to death.
The law is just words written down in a book. I don't hide my face because that is what I chose. The day you chose to put on that mask is the day you gave up. Honestly, it would be such a nice day if it weren't like this all the time. The sun shining and a cloudless sky is nice for the first 20 years, but after that, you miss the rain.
You should be ashamed to show your face in public. It's disgusting to show one's face, which also reveals one's emotions and thoughts. Aren't you afraid of what they will do to you?
Who are you, young man, to tell me what I should and should not do with my own face? You look old enough to be my grandson. Let me ask you something. Why do you wear a mask?
Because it is disrespectful to show one's emotions and facial features due to the new Book of Implemented Law. Under Decree 1, no one should ever leave the confinements of their home without a mask on, ever. The penalties for such actions will be a warning within fine, imprisonment, or even execution.
I used to be a teacher, you know, back when things weren't so backwards. And they forced us to teach your generation the new book. Do you know how hard it was to pretend like wearing a mask was actually normal? I remember a time when we were all free to walk the streets without masks, just feeling the wind against our face, never being afraid to just show how we felt. I believe you never answered me, though. Why do you wear a mask?
Well, everyone else wears it. I grew up wearing it. My parents raised me to wear it. It's just what you do. Now, why are you so different? It's not good to be so different.
Why must you be the same?
Because it's easier that way. And I don't like breaking the law. Obviously, you do. What is that? What are you reading?
It's a book of poetry by my favorite poet, Mr. Robert Lee Frost.
I've never heard of him. I've read a lot of works by Albert Winston, actually.
He's from the old days. You wouldn't know. Would you like to borrow it? I'm sure you'd enjoy some of these. My favorite is called Door in the Dark. It's on page 28.
It sounds depressing, but sure. I think I've heard of him before on the banned books list. Well, no one's around. I'm sure it can't be worse than the Scarlet Letter. Thank you. I guess I never really thought about why. Well, for starters, they taught us about your generation and your democracy. We are better this way.
I must admit we did have our bad, but we also had our good. Yes, we made mistakes, but at least we learned from them. The way things are now is just lonely. Like we never learned anything at all. The world is continuously flowing. I just don't like how shallow the water has become.
I don't know what to say. I think how we live is fine. There's no trouble, you know? I have to go. I'll take a look at this and return it to you tomorrow.
Remember, page 28.
Good morning, Alexander. Adam.
That's it? That's all you have to say for yourself and to us. You're late. You're never supposed to be late, ever. Under Decree 11, we are never supposed to be late for anything, ever.
We've been waiting for you to start. We're confused, Arthur. Very confused. Is there something you wish to tell us?
Yes, there is, Adam. I was reading this book of poetry last night. I guess I didn't keep track of time and I slept in. I'm sorry.
A book of what did you say? Poetry? You're a funny guy. You remember what happened to Amos? Well, shall we begin?
Yes.
Sure. I mean, yes. So, I was thinking, why do we even wear these masks anyway?
What?
Excuse me?
I am just curious as to why we wear the masks. It's just a question.
Because it's disrespectful to show one's facial features and
Yes, I know. But why? What if I want to show my face?
What are you saying, Arthur? This is the way the world has to work, or we fall.
Well, I think that...
Why don't you just take a sick day, Arthur? Just get some rest. Do what you gotta do. For your sake, I hope that you're sick.
But I'm not sick.
Yes, you are sick. Now leave before they see you like this.
Back so soon.
I got dismissed early from work because I'm sick. I don't know what happened. I was feeling fine yesterday, and then I questioned the new ways. Can you feel my forehead? I must be burning up, right?
You seem fine to me, but maybe you are sick.
With what? Do you know?
Doubt. It can be a very powerful sickness. All I did was ask you why you wore your mask. I did not tell you to go to your job and get yourself fired.
What? Do you think they're gonna fire me? Oh God. I'll get some rest tonight, and I'm sure things will be better tomorrow. You know, been talking all this time, and you've never even told me your name.
Isn't that the way things are these days anyways? Althea Harper Eleanor Good. But I was actually born with an A name. They didn't give it to me.
It's nice to meet you, Althea. I'm Arthur J. Brown. My parents gave it to me.
No, the law gave you that name. Your parents just signed the papers.
But why? Why do all our names begin with A? I've never even noticed or asked. I just went along with it.
It's from the New Order. Under Decree 8, A is the first vowel and the perfect alphabetical letter, for after it all other letters follow. A is the beginning, but never the end. A whole bunch of bullshit, if you ask me.
Can I ask you something? Of all things, why are you knitting a scarf? It's never gotten below 70 since they regulated the leather.
It can be cold in more ways than one.
Oh. I'm sorry, I just don't know what I'm feeling right now.
What does it feel like?
A pain in my chest. I just never thought before, you know? Ever wondered why things are the way they are?
You, my friend, are sick.
With doubt, right? I
Have to go.
Yeah, I have to go. Oh, wait, I did read some of your poems. Door in the Dark was my favorite too. Oh, and here's your book.
Keep it. Think of it as a gift. Or guidelines, rather.
Are you sure? Thank you. Will I see you tomorrow?
Perhaps.
Goodbye, Althea.
What the?
Arthur, what's the meaning of this? You're wearing red. Arthur! Arthur!
Why are you shouting? What are you talking about? I'm wearing clothes, Alexander. On another note, I was reading this poem from a book the other day. Ah, here it is. It's my favorite, actually. It's called Door in the Dark by Robert Frost. Why don't they teach Frost anymore?
No, no, no. Don't change the subject, Arthur. You're wearing red. We have never worn red. We've only worn black.
You must still be sick.
What's gonna happen? I felt like wearing red today. Anyways, there was a particular line of the poem that struck me. I thought you two might enjoy it. I'm going from room to room in the dark. I reached out blindly to save my face.
Stop this madness now.
You're ruining yourself, you know, and you're bringing us down with you.
A slim door got past my guard
I said stop.
and hit me a blow in the head so hard. So people and things do not pair anymore with what they used to pair with before.
If you're feeling sick, Arthur, maybe you should go home again. I mean, look what you made Alexander do.
I'm not going home, boys. I feel fine, but thanks.
You know, I don't even know what to say to you anymore. Reciting nonsense like that? We have work to do. What's the meaning of this, Arthur? Why can't you just blend in?
What? I don't want coffee. I had some this morning.
What?
But we never drink coffee in the morning. Only at work.
You had coffee in the morning? We called you our brother.
Can I ask you something, brother? Why do we do this? Why is my name Arthur? Why do all our names begin with A? Who thought that was a good idea? And why did we listen? Why do we wear these masks? Why must we constantly conceal ourselves? Why must I be just like you? And no, you are not my brother.
It's what the new book and the new order want us to do. We all had to give up something, Arthur.
What are you doing? Where are you going, Arthur?
Don't you dare walk out on us.
I'm sorry, but I quit, boys.
Once you walk out that door, there's no turning back. Please.
I can only hope. You know, I'm not sorry. I'm done hiding my face. And what are you so afraid of, Alexander? Tell me, what are you so afraid of?
If they take off that mask, they will kill you.
How could you do this? And to us? You're infected, Arthur.
He's not sick, Adam. Every so often, there's always one who thinks there's going to be some light for everyone else to follow. There's no more need for more light when we've already created our own.
You know, I'm not the one that's sick. You are. You say I'm gonna die. You two are already dead. You decided to stop living the day you put on that mask. Take off the mask. Feel the air. Feel life. Feel something. Feel anything besides the empty shell that you exist in. What are you so afraid of?
The way things used to be. You say we aren't living, but neither were they. It was a blessing that we left that world behind. Go, leave. You're a disgrace, Arthur. Because once you walk out that door, there's no coming back! Come at him. We have work to do.
Hey, Althea.
You know, red really is not your color. But I suppose it suits the occasion. Nice face you have there.
I thought I'd change it up for once. I quit, Althea. I quit. I quit this life. I don't want to be Arthur anymore. I want to be me. I want to go through those doors in the dark.
I'm so happy you see. They're blind, Arthur, by what they think is good. Blind by what they don't understand, blind by what they don't want to see. This is so special. It's raining. It never rains. It never rains unless someone is about to... Oh.
Die? Here, I have an umbrella.
No. I'd like to feel the rain on my face. One last time.
You know, it's funny. I've never felt the rain before on my face. Isn't that sad? I've never felt a lot of things before.
I think I'm done here. They're always watching, Arthur. They always see. I believe this is the end, my friend.
Thank you, Althea, Harper, Eleanor Good, for showing me those doors in the dark. Even though I'm now considered mad.
Only a madman could find those doors. And you found them on your own, in the dark. You know, not long ago, another young man about your age came and sat by me. I never found out what happened to him, but we talked about insanity and how insanity in its whole is doing the same thing over and over again, but always expecting something different.